Good morning everyone. Welcome to this video. My name is Kate and today I'm going to be doing another decluttering, organising type video. So you can see behind me, this is the corner of my bedroom and it is a complete disaster at the moment. I've got my cupboard, my wardrobe behind me here, and I'm just going to be looking at some storage solutions, some very realistic storage solutions, but mostly decluttering in here today. I know from the past year where I've been, just really concentrating on trying to declutter my home, that at the end of the day, there are wonderful storage solutions out there, but at the crux of things, we have to get stuff out of our homes to actually make, some real sort of forward movement, some forward progress in how our homes look. And how our homes feel as well. So I'm going to do a good declutter. I'm not necessarily going to be going out and buying a whole lot of new storage solutions, because I really do think it's great if you can use what you've already got in your home and just save some money and just recycle, things that you've already got that might be useful. I hope this video inspires or encourages you in some way. And, these kind of projects really don't take very long to do once you get stuck into them. So let's get going. So this corner of my bedroom is a classic example of a number of issues. And having big enough storage is actually the least of them. Firstly, I clearly have not had any system in place for all of these items that you can see to have a permanent home. Paper clutter is a big problem for me, which I definitely need to get on top of this year. Secondly, I have a desk surface that shouts to me every day to just dump clutter on it. It is a clutter zone. We all have them. And if we don't do a little work on them each day, then this is how they start to look. Next, I have items here that I no longer like or no longer have any use for, and I have procrastinated on doing any decluttering with them. Delayed decisions staring me in the face every day in a room that is actually meant to be a relaxing place to sleep. There are clothes that haven't been hung and shoes that don't have a home yet. And I also have way too many large, bulky winter sheets, blankets and duvets. I have enough storage for the ones that we actually use, but they just need to be stored in a more efficient way. So yes, a few issues going on here. I'm just pulling all of the blankets and winter sheets out here so I can have a good look at what I've got, what I know we definitely used last winter, and what I actually still like. The winter linen from the kids' rooms seems to have all ended up in my room as well. Funny how that happens, hey? Most of these I do end up keeping, and I'll show you further on in the video how I store them in a much better way. As you can see, my darling boy Sully here decided it was time to play with the tassels on this cover, and he would not let go. These 3 blankets here are going to get decluttered, so I'm going to put them out in the hallway to start a second-hand store pile. Next, I'm moving on to decluttering clothes. Now, I don't own a lot of clothes or shoes, so my decluttering issue with clothes is not so much around managing or controlling quantities of them, but more so around the fact that I have items in my closet that I still really like, but never actually get to wear them. But I'm definitely going to pass on clothes that I know I haven't worn in the past year, and items that are just looking raggedy and worn out. Also, tops where I like the colour and the colour suits me, but the style doesn't suit me so well. The pink coat I love and it looks really good on me, but I never have an occasion to wear it. So it's really just cluttering up my closet. I'm going to hand this over to my 19-year-old daughter as she really loves this coat. I also have a very sentimental dress, my wedding dress, in this cupboard. It has taken me a long time to make a decluttering decision on this item. We will have a look at this one for one final time if you keep on watching. Now for the beginnings of a little organisation in my closet. First, you need to pull everything out to assess what you want to keep or declutter. I've got bags of toys and baby clothes from when the kids were little, and I discovered this broken picture in the back, which, if I can put it back together, then it will go to the secondhand store. Otherwise, it's going to go into the bin. And then I'm just sorting through my clothes, putting winter items and longer dresses onto the left-hand side of my cupboard, and the clothes I'm wearing on a daily basis, the more summer clothes at the moment, I'm putting onto the right-hand side. Obviously, when the seasons change, then I'll just swap the sides around. A couple of storage things I did go and buy were some flocked coat hangers and these space-saving hooks. I'm definitely still in the mindset of not buying or bringing more clutter into my house, but sometimes you just have to get different storage solutions because you know they are going to help manage your belongings more effectively or efficiently. So I get very frustrated with a number of my hanging clothes that just continually slip off a smooth plastic or wooden coat hanger. So these flocked hangers have a textured fabric coating. It feels like velvet actually, but it means that the clothes have something non-slip to hold on to and they stay on the hanger. The hooks are another great space-saving idea because they enable you to make the most of the vertical space by hanging coat hangers one underneath each other. I didn't end up needing to use these, so I will take them back to the shop. But there are so many wonderful and useful storage ideas out there. You just need to find the ones that best suit your home and your needs. Always first, though, is to declutter before you go and buy any new storage solutions. So I'm just continuing to hang up clothes here. These are clothes that have just been sitting on my floor or in baskets on my floor. And I'm taking out some of the old slippery plastic and sort of odd colours or, odd shaped coat hangers and replacing them with the flocked ones that I bought. And then these coat hangers that I'm not going to be keeping anymore, I'm going to recycle those and they will be taken up to the second-hand store for somebody else to be able to use them. At this point is where things start to look worse before they look better. There are clothes everywhere and you can't see it here, but my hallway is full of rubbish bags, general bags, linen, and the vacuum cleaner. But that's okay. It's a work in progress and I'm committed now to getting the project complete. I'm just putting these clothes items into a decluttering bag and giving the bottom of my wardrobe a good vacuum before I start to look at how I can store shoes and some other items that need to go back into my cupboard. This small bookshelf I'm going to repurpose and put it into my closet for extra storage. It has been in my daughter's room and she was going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, but I know I can definitely use it here today. The main items I still needed to put in my closet were shoes and underwear garments. At some point I would love to have a nice set of drawers in my room instead of a desk. But after hanging as much as I could, I really only had a very small amount of things that needed to go back into my closet. Certainly not enough that would warrant a full set of drawers at this time. My small number of shoes fit into this shelving unit perfectly, and I put underwear, etc. into a basket I already had. A little trinket bowl I had on the desk I also managed to fit on here. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Okay, so now on to the complete eyesore of my bedroom. I'm going to have a good sort of most of the clutter that is here, but I'm also completely realistic about what I can achieve in the time frame I have today as well. These items that are on the floor are relatively easy and quick to sort out, as it's just clothes that need hanging, shoes to go into the closet, empty bags that need recycling, and a few items I could put into the second-hand store bag for recycling or repurposing. All it needed was a little attention, but not much thought. The clutter on top of my desk is a different story, though. There were books that I could put into the new shelving, which was great, but most of it is paper clutter. And it's clutter that has been moved from my kitchen bench to the kitchen table and now up to my room. It didn't accumulate in 1 week or even 1 month. So I'm very realistic that it's going to take a separate effort than today to get it decluttered and organised. I'm just going to group it all together today, and when I have come up with a paper system that works for me, then I'll be sure to share it with all of you. These space-saving bags that I bought are absolutely brilliant. I needed to be able to store my blankets, etc., on this narrow shelf at the top of my cupboard. I have used them before, but the ones I already had kept on filling with air again. So they, unfortunately, are not a buy once item, which is a shame for the planet. But if you are looking for a great storage idea for linen and you're short on space, then these are wonderful. It is very satisfying to put a large, bulky blanket or duvet or even a pillow into one of these bags, making sure to seal it well and then simply suck all the air out with the vacuum cleaner. These bags actually came with a small pump, so if you don't own a vacuum cleaner, you can still get the air out. It squishes them down to next to nothing, and I was able to put the small to medium bags up top in my closet, and the other 2 went under my bed fairly easily. On to the dress. I wore this dress 22 years ago at my wedding here in New Zealand. I actually had 2 wedding dresses because I first got married in the UK so that all the UK friends and family could join us. And then we had a second wedding in New Zealand 6 months later for the family on this side of the world. But this dress is special because I had it designed and made for me in London by a designer named Emma Hunt. And this dress had to travel from London to New Zealand without getting damaged. And a lot of life-changing things have happened since I wore this dress. It has moved numerous times between countries and different houses. Unfortunately, I never got it professionally cleaned after I wore it, so it has stains on it that I don't think would come out now. So, as all wedding dresses are, it is not a small item to store, and they are so tricky to know what to do with when you are never going to wear them again, but they hold so much sentimental emotion that are tied to them. But it's come to the time now, after all these years, to let go of this dress. If I can encourage you in any way, as I encourage myself as well, that our futures are not in the past. Keep your eyes fixed and moving forward. This dress and my other one are going to be gifted to a special charity where they use the fabric to make beautiful garments for babies who have graduated to heaven. Homeward stretch now. I'm just going to give my floor a good vacuum. You can't actually see it in these pictures here, but one of my cats loves to get her claws stuck into my carpet, and it's actually ruining my pork carpet. So I have to quite often just kneel down and pick out the little threads that she's pulled up with her claws. It's very, very frustrating. And here is the finished result. I'm really, really pleased with how, this has all turned out. I know it looks very bare and, that it needs, something just to warm it up a bit, but I just feel like it's a complete clean slate for me be able to start looking at some, nice decor in here that I actually want. And it just feels calm and peaceful when I walk into the room. I'm not tripping over things that are on the floor. My clothes are put away and everything has a home, has a place that it goes back to each day. And the storage with the blankets is just fantastic that I've been able to sort that out. So I'm really, really chuffed with how this has turned out. Is it completely finished and done? No, I've obviously still got all of that paper clutter to sort out. But as you can see here, I've got a pile of bags and boxes to go to the second-hand store. Some of this is actually my daughter's that she decluttered from her room as well. But overall, a really great outcome. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it has helped or inspired you in some way. If you would like to, see more of my videos, I would love for you to join me. And if you could subscribe and hit the like button, that would be so appreciated from me. But in the meantime, have a great week, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.